to the T-Shaped Academy podcast, where each episode is designed to strengthen your digital marketing foundation. Get ready to dive in.
Hello, fellow T-Shapers. Welcome to the Deep Dive.
Great to be here.
Today, we're definitely not just skimming the surface. We're taking a really critical plunge into what's happening with SEO.
The marketing world is, well, it's buzzing thanks to generative AI hitting search. And really, the big question on everyone's mind, the one you're probably asking, is how do we actually get seen now?
Exactly. Forget the hypotheticals. We're not here to just theorize. This is about actionable stuff. How do you, as a marketer, adapt your strategy so you don't just survive, but actually thrive in this new landscape?
Right. And to do that, we've pulled together some really solid intel. We've looked at SparkToro's analysis. They've got some sharp takes on AI and search results and what Google's been up to.
And Search Engine Journal's study on AI search citations. Super important to understand where those AI answers are actually coming from.
Yeah, definitely. Plus, Grow and Convert's pretty down-to-earth look at how AI affects content, user behavior, the practical side.
There's also a great interview with Lily Ray talking SEO evolution AI content. Lots of good stuff there.
And a bunch of other pieces on tracking AI visibility, building AI workflows. Basically, we've done the homework.
So our mission here is pretty simple. Cut through the hype, give you the real story. We want to break down how AI is flipping search and content on its head and arm you with practical strategies you can actually use, like starting tomorrow.
Let's do it. First off, let's just set the scene. This massive shift in search itself. It hasn't always been like this, right? Go back, say, late 90s to maybe 2014. Google's whole game was different.
Totally different. Their goal was actually to get you off Google and onto other websites.
Yeah. Sounds weird now, but think about Larry Page and Sergey Brin's original idea. Get users to the best info on the open web fast. Why?
Well, because that trained users to click on organic links. And if they clicked organic links, they were more likely to click the ads. That was the business model.
Sneaky, but smart. Build trust with organic, monetize with ads. Understanding that old model is kind of key to seeing why things are changing so drastically now.
It really is. Their power came from being that main gateway to the web.
Then, around 2014, things started to pivot. We entered the era of instant answers, featured snippets. You search for something and boom, the answer's right there at the top.
Often scraped directly from a website.
Exactly. Ads were still prominent, yeah, but Google started keeping users on Google by providing the info directly. Technically, sites often gave permission via robots.txt, maybe implicitly.
But let's be honest, a lot of sites probably weren't thrilled about giving away their content without getting the click. Users loved it, though. It was convenient.
Super convenient, so Google leaned into it, and that really signaled a shift, didn't it? Away from being just a gateway towards being the destination itself.
Holding the user, providing the value directly.
Which leads us to now, 2023 onwards, the generative AI explosion. ChatGPT mania hits, Google fires back with its AI overviews, others jump in.
Right. And now, the search results page, it looks different again. You still see ads, sure. But those traditional blue links, they're often pushed down, replaced by these AI-generated summaries.
And here's the kicker. Those summaries pull info from multiple sources, mash it up, and often, the direct link back to the original site, it might just disappear.
And that is the core disruption for marketers. That direct path from search query to your website is getting fuzzier. It's less about just ranking your one-page number one.
So what is it about then?
It's more about, is your brand, is your information part of the knowledge base that the AI uses? Are you part of that broader information landscape? Think less about owning a specific plot of land, more about having a strong reputation throughout the whole town.
Okay, reputation across the landscape. So if the old game was SEO, search engine optimization, getting that top spot, what's the new game? We're hearing this term, GEO, generative engine optimization.
Yeah, think of it as the evolution, SEO 2.0, maybe. It's not just about ranking in the traditional sense. It's about being contextually relevant inside those AI answers.
And let's be clear, these LLMs, large language models, they're not just a fad, are they?
Absolutely not. This is a fundamental tech shift. Adapting your strategy now isn't optional if you want visibility down the line. It's basically table stakes.
So in this GEO world, what's the currency if it's not just backlinks anymore?
Mentions, citations, authority signals. It's about your brand or your information being referenced across authoritative data sets, the stuff these AIs are trained on,
Sure.
that's gaining huge importance.
Backlinks still matter for traditional SEO, obviously, but for GEO,
Yeah.
it's more about who's talking about you, where are you being cited.
Exactly. It's that broader recognition and validation from trusted sources that the AI algorithms are looking for.
Okay, let's peek under the hood then. How do these AI models, these LLMs, actually work? How do they learn?
Well, fundamentally, they ingest just massive, massive amounts of text and data from the internet, books, all sorts of stuff. They learn by finding statistical patterns, which words tend to appear near, other words, how concepts relate.
So they're like giant pattern matching machines.
In a way, yeah. They detect relationships, probabilities. If your brand name consistently appears alongside certain relevant topics or keywords across lots of trusted text, the AI learns to associate you with that topic. It sees you as relevant, maybe even authoritative.
And then there's this other term, RG, retrieval augmented generation.
Right. So the LLM has its huge base of knowledge it was trained on. But RGRE lets it pull in fresh, real-time information from the web or specific databases before it generates an answer.
Ah, okay, so it's not just relying on old data. It can check for the latest info.
Precisely. It blends its foundational knowledge with current data to give more accurate, up-to-date answers. Which is why your new content, if it's good and well-sourced, still really matters.
Got it. So practically speaking, for us marketers, what's the takeaway if mentions are key?
Then getting frequent, contextually relevant mentions of your brand, your products, the concepts you want to own, that becomes super important for building recognition within these AI systems.
It really pushes the need for a consistent brand story everywhere online, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's nail down the key differences. Traditional SEO versus this new GEO thing. First big one, user intent.
Yeah. SEO is often about short keywords, right? Like best running shoes.
Exactly. Short tail, keyword focused. But with AI search, people talk to it more naturally. They ask longer questions, more conversational queries, maybe provide context.
Like, what are the best running shoes for someone with flat feet who runs trails about 10 miles a week? Much more detailed.
Right. So GEO needs to anticipate and optimize for those kinds of complex, layered questions. Think about how you talk to ChatGPT versus how you type into Google. It's different.
Okay, second difference. Visibility. Ranking #1 on Google. That used to be the pug road.
It's still valuable, but it doesn't automatically mean you'll show up in the AI answer. The new goal is maybe retrievability.
Retrievability. Explain that.
It means, is your brand present and recognized? Is your information accessible? Can the AI easily find, understand, and trust your content? That's retrievability.
Okay, present, recognized, accessible, understandable. Got it. So we get the shift, we get GEO conceptually. Now the million-dollar question, what do we actually do? How do we get visible? It sounds like we need to blend the old and new.
Exactly. It's integration, weaving SEO and GEO together.
Okay, first things first, content, still king.
Still king, but it needs a serious makeover. Just rehashing what everyone else is saying, that's not going to cut it anymore, especially not with AI churning out generic stuff.
So what kind of content does work?
High-quality stuff with unique perspectives, original insights, maybe proprietary data that you've gathered, something the AI can't just find anywhere else and summarize.
Originality and unique data become premium assets. Makes sense. And how should we structure it?
Structure is crucial for AI and human readers. Think clear descriptive headers. Use bullet points. Data tables are great. Bold key concepts. Make it super scannable.
Easy to digest for bots and people. What about FAQs? I hear those are important.
Hugely important. Build comprehensive FAQ sections right into your content. It lets you directly answer those longer conversational questions in a structured way that AI models love. Apparently, Kiehl's does this really well on their skincare pages, and it helps their AI visibility.
Good tip. FAQs for long-tail queries. What about writing style? Any specific approach?
There's this pattern. Claim, stat, citation, make a clear point, the claim, back it up with a specific number or piece of data, the stat, and then clearly cite your source.
Claim, stat, citation. Builds credibility, makes it easy for AI to verify. I like that.
Yeah, it's solid. And beyond structure, don't forget your actual voice. Authenticity matters. Being quotable, having a real human perspective that stands out against generic AI output.
So be insightful, be memorable, don't just tick boxes.
Exactly. Now let's talk product content. The studies are showing AI really favors product-focused stuff.
Like what specifically?
Detailed specs, comparisons, best of lists, vendor info. And this isn't just for bottom of funnel. AI seems to like product details even in top of funnel content.
Interesting. So even if you're writing an awareness piece, maybe weave in relevant product info.
That seems to be the way. Product content is often factual, verifiable. AI likes that. It helps answer specific questions, especially technical or purchase-related ones.
What does that mean for B2B versus B2C?
For B2B, having detailed product info on your own site is absolutely critical. For B2C, you need that too, but you also need to focus heavily on getting good third-party reviews. AI seems to weigh those external validations highly for consumer products.
Okay, product content is key. Now back to those mentions. If mentions are the new backlinks for GEO.
Then digital PR becomes way more important. It's not just about getting a link anymore. It's about who is talking about you and where, building that trusted presence.
So what kind of activities generate good mentions?
Think expert contributions, getting quoted in articles, participating in interviews, creating really good data-driven reports or infographics that other people cite, building actual relationships with media. Things that get your name out there on authoritative sites.
Proactive authority building. Makes sense. Okay, what about the technical side? Does technical SEO still matter for AI?
Oh, absolutely. But you need to look at it through an AI lens. First basic step, can AI crawlers actually get to your content? Check your robots.txt, make sure you're not blocking them. Fix crawl errors, use XML sitemaps.
Fundamentals, but make sure AI bots are included.
Right, and optimize your images and videos too. Descriptive file names, alt text, use open graph tags, provide transcripts for audio and video. Give the AI as much context as possible.
Help the AI understand all your content formats, and schema markup is still important.
More important than ever. Use things like FAQ schema, how-to, QA page, product schema, article schema. It's like adding labels to your content that explicitly tell the AI what each part is about. It removes ambiguity.
Like giving the AI a structured ingredients list for your website.
Exactly. It helps them accurately pull the right info.
What about social media? Does that play a role?
It seems to. Lily Ray mentioned this. Strong organic social presence can help AI discover your brand and content. Repurposing your best content into different formats for different platforms, X threads, LinkedIn articles, whatever that can broaden your discoverability footprint.
So social signals might indirectly influence AI perception.
It seems plausible. More visibility, more mentions, more signals of relevance. Another, maybe more advanced tactic is Wikipedia. Having a well-written, properly sourced Wikipedia page about your brand or key people can seriously boost perceived authority.
Yeah.
A lot of LLMs were trained on Wikipedia data or use it as a source.
So a good wiki page is like a badge of credibility for AI.
It can be, yes. And finally, don't ditch your bottom-of-funnel content.
The stuff targeting people ready to buy.
Exactly. Those high-intent searches are still happening on Google, and content ranking well there often gets pulled into AI tools too.
Yeah.
It's still vital for conversions and AI visibility.
Okay, so that's a lot of what to do. What about what not to do? What's becoming less effective or even a waste of time?
Top of the list, churning out low-quality, generic AI-generated content just to fill pages, especially for top-of-funnel.
The stuff that just rehashes what's already out there.
Yeah, it adds zero unique value. It's just noise. AI is getting better identifying that, and users hate it anyway.
What else?
Relying only on old-school top-of-funnel SEO tactics if your main goal is AI visibility. You need that GEO integration we talked about.
So can't just focus on keywords and hope for the best in AI.
Yep, not really. And definitely don't ignore the need for unique data and real expert insights. That's becoming the core differentiator.
Originality, expertise, data.
Got it. Okay, so we're doing all this work, adapting our strategy. How do we know if it's actually working? The old metrics seem incomplete.
They are. Rankings and clicks don't tell the whole story in the AI world. We need new KPIs.
Like what? What should we be tracking?
We'll start tracking actual brand mentions in the AI answers. Are you showing up? How often? Also look for citations. Are they linking back to you?
Okay, mentions and citations in AI responses. What else? Maybe prompt-triggered visibility. Like which specific questions or prompts cause your brand to appear? And look at the context of the mention. Is it positive? Are you recommended? Or just listed?
Sentiment and prominence matter too.
Definitely. And track your share of voice, SOV, within relevant AI answers compared to competitors. Are you getting mentioned more or less?
SOV for AI answers. That's interesting.
Also, remember that different AI platforms might perform differently. Track how you appear in ChatGPT versus Gemini versus Perplexity, etc. These different data have different style.
Platform-specific performance. And can we track actual traffic from these?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on your referral traffic in GA4. You might start seeing traffic coming from these AI platforms, even if it's not a direct click from the main AI interface. It shows your content is being used.
And the tools to track all this.
It's still early days, honestly. There are some emerging AI visibility tracking tools, but you might need a mix, or use some manual tracking or custom setups for now.
The measurement landscape is still evolving. Okay, one last reality check. All this focus on AI.
Right.
What about Google? Is traditional search dead?
Not even close.
Yeah.
Actually, SparkToro's data showed Google's search volume grew significantly in 2024, like over 20%.
Wow, really? Despite the AI hype.
Yeah. And Google still handles vastly, vastly more searches than something like ChatGPT. The ratio was something like 373 times more searches on Google in 2024.
373 times. Okay, so Google is still the giant.
Absolutely. AI search is growing, it's important, but Google remains dominant, which means
You need a balanced strategy. You can't ignore traditional SEO for Google's massive audience, but you absolutely have to integrate GEO for this rising AI visibility.
precisely. It's a dual approach. Both are critical for success now and going forward.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Key takeaways from this deep dive. The search world has changed fundamentally. Adapting for AI isn't a nice to have, it's essential.
And the core principles are focus on quality, unique, well-structured content, build authority through mentions and digital PR, get your technical SEO right for AI trawlers.
And start tracking those new metrics, mentions, citations, AI share of voice.
Right. That's the framework.
So for everyone listening, what are the immediate next steps? First, take a hard look at your content strategy. Where can you add more structure, FAQs, unique data?
Then start thinking about digital PR. How can you get more quality mentions?
Audit your technical SEO specifically for AI crawlability. Make sure they can find your stuff.
And start tracking, even if it's just manually checking some key AI tools for your brand mentions and citations. Just start building that picture.
Get started. Don't wait. Okay, final thought to leave everyone with. This whole AI shift, you can see it as a threat or you can see it as a massive opportunity.
An opportunity to build deeper brand authority, connect in new ways.
Exactly. In this world, just ranking #1 might become less important than being known as a truly trusted, authoritative voice in your space. So the big question for you to think about is, how do you position your brand so that AI naturally wants to reference you? How do you become that go-to source?
That's the strategic challenge and the opportunity moving forward. Now, to help you actually do something with all this, we've put together a challenge and some resources.
Good stuff.
We got some assignments lined up for you too. Things like identifying your key customer questions, auditing your current content, is it GEO ready, and actually researching where is your brand mentioned in AI results right now.
Go find out.
Exactly. Go forth, be the answer, and let's thrive in this new era.
Head over to tshapedacademy.com/geo to see the action steps you can take right now and put your knowledge into action. We've put together a recap, a list of practical steps to get ready for GEO, to measure your mentions in LLM answers, a challenge and some assignments to start working on those skills today. That's tshapedacademy.com/geo. Thanks for listening. See you in the next one.